I suffered so much. I suffered so much when I was not having a job. When I was not having a job, I suffered a lot because I'm a guy who grew up in a very poor family. I grew up in a very poor family, such that even getting what to eat was a tug of war. The reason as to why I respect my job, or I take my job as gold. One, I grew up in a very poor family. I grew up in a very poor family that even changing diet or getting what to eat was not easy. I remember we used to hustle with my mom because I didn't grow up with my father. My father was somewhere also doing his hustles. And where he was hustling also, he could not manage to get what could satisfy the family. Me with my brother who follows me, we suffered a lot. We suffered a lot. We cultivated people's gardens. Just look for what to eat. Don't you see that if you are cultivating for somebody, you may be looking for money. Most people work for money. But now for us, we were just working for food. You can't dig a certain portion, a given portion, they give you cassava, they give you potatoes. They were giving us in form of food, not money. So when I remember where I came from and where I am now, I take my job as something so important to me and to my family, to my mom, to my father, who used to suffer with us. This life is not simple. So when I reach there, in fact, I value my job because right now I'm changing diet. I am eating whatever I feel like. But also, suffering is also important because it can teach you. When we're suffering, eating greens, day one, day out, year one, year out, I could promise myself. Even I was telling my parents, I was telling my mother, that I want to grow. I don't want to grow up and continue suffering like this. I want to change everything. From greens to meat. From greens to fresh. From greens to fish. I want greens to be my what? To be my side dish. Because we ate greens, even our neighbors could sympathize. I remember the children of our neighbors could even come and request for greens, so that request to exchange. If we have greens, they give us meat. And being children, we could do it because we also wanted to eat meat. So that's why today I take my job something serious. And in fact, growing in a poor family, it ignited me to study. I studied and I knew why I was studying. I knew why I was suffering. My father had not gone to school, was not all that educated, was not having a white collar job, was just hustling. My mother too. So life was not easy. It was not easy. That's what I can say. When I remember that time, I can even shed tears. But now, being a man, you keep other factors constant. I'm still having my parents. Lucky enough, they are still there. I have all my brothers and sisters. They are still alive. No one died because we were so poor. Also, another thing is that looking for this job was not easy for me. You know, when you don't have anyone who can support you, getting a job is not also easy. You must have connections. I remember one time, after my senior 6, I tried to look for what to eat. I tried to look for survival from Ginger Town. I came to Ginger Town. The certain brother of mine who was there, the family brother, the clan brother, was there in camp. He was there in Ginger, doing his work. Then he called me that you come and also try. I stayed in Ginger for 3 months. 3 full months. 3 months without getting a job. And I left Ginger without getting a job. Without even getting one calling me for a vacancy. That's when I realized the value of a job. That's when I knew that getting a job is not simple, and when you get it, you need to keep it well. You need to take it so important. That's the time I realized. Even another scenario that I can remember, after my senior 4, there was census. Now, I tried to apply for census to be a numerator. I qualified for interviews. I was interviewed, but on the final list, my name was not there and I was left out. So only that made me feel that getting a job is not simple. So when you get it, you need to take care. You need to take it so important. Because when you lose it, getting another job may not be simple for you. May take you years. Really, am I the one who can also shave hair weekly in a salon? Who eats meat at least in a week? Who buys his own clothes? Am I the one? I don't think. But I know God is there. God can answer questions. God answered my questions. God answered my requests. Because it's what I was promising myself. Never to, right now, greens, they are just a side dish. I can eat greens when I wish. But that time, day in, day out, greens. You have nothing to do. That is the only option. Will you run from your home? Who wants the poor? No one wants the poor. No one wants to associate with a poor man, with a poor person, with a poor family. No one. So that's why I take my job as something important. The suffering was too much, right from my younger age. Till I got this job. That's when I started seeing some life. And I have promised my parents, I don't want my parents to suffer. I do the best to see that my parents are also enjoying the way I'm doing, the way I'm enjoying. Another reason as to why I respect my job and I take it so important. It is part of it's where I get respect. Before, no one could respect our family. our home. But right now, I'm considered everywhere in the village because they know I have something. I'm now someone. Because of that job, I'm now someone. I think you can see how the job is so important now to me in my life. It is the source of respect, source of income. I have done a lot with my job, so I respect it. I have managed to buy food, good food, moreover, to eat. Shelter, good shelter. I can take my children to school, and my children no longer can't suffer. But for me, I remember when I was young, when I was still in school, I suffered because my parents could not have enough to support me. So I suffered. I could just, but I knew why. I knew why. And I had to be so tight with education. I had to be so tight. I never failed any level because I knew what I was. So, to my fellow youths who are viewing me, who are watching this video, take your job so important. In that when you lose it now, when you lost it, getting another one is not simple. It's not simple. Something so hard. You may even fail to get another one and you become rubbish. No one will respect you. But right now, when I go to parties where I'm recognized in my village, someone can run after me and bring a chair. But when you're poor, who can bring for your chair? Who are you? How are you going to help them? Will you support them? You have that capacity. No? You don't have that. They know. And you know why these people in the villages, when they organize their parties, call the political leaders? Do you think they call them because they are leaders? They call them because they know they are going to come with a package. They are going to contribute something towards their parties. That's why they are called. That's why they are liked. That's why you are liked when you have a job. But if you don't have a job, you are nothing in a community. You are the thieves in the society. All bad things will be on you. When someone loses a goat, you will be among the suspects because they know you are there. No one will respect your family. If it means encroaching the land, the rich will come and encroach your land and take your land because they know you are nothing. No respect at all, no respect. So with that, I value my job. My job is my respect. My job is my life. My job is everything. Because right now, I can get good medication. I can take my children to school. I can buy good food. I can buy good clothes. I can buy a good smearing oil. I can buy perfume. A village boy who grew up in a very poor family, hustling, suffering, eating greens. That's where I am. I'm just remaining with driving, but I know I will drive because it is one of my dreams. With that, I want to encourage my fellow youth, people who are viewing me. I know these videos are going viral to America, South America, South Africa, Saudi Arabia. You are all watching me. If you have a job, take it serious. Don't play with your job. Have discipline. Respect your bosses. Because anytime they can sack you. anytime you're sacked. But if you please them, there will be no reason of sacking you. If you're good, you're well disciplined. Now why to be sacked? Instead, you'll be added more good things. With me, I suffered, and I know what it means. I think that's why it's better even to suffer before. But now, if you grow in a good family, you may think things are simple. To me, things are not simple. Life is not simple. If you're outside there, take my idea. But if it doesn't work for you, better leave. You leave it. But that's now my story. That's my story. I take my job as a gold. I love my parents who suffered with me. I pray for you. I pray for more years. Continue surviving and see the success we are going through. Enjoy the success of your pain. Enjoy the success of your suffering. I love my mom, I love my father. Those are my goals. GSP African Pearl, we love you so much. Continue supporting us. Subscribe to the channel. Share the videos if they are working for you. Don't be mean with ideas. Beautiful ideas, you share with your friend. Let them also know. Bye-bye. I love you so much. I love my beautiful people from Saudi Arabia. My relatives who are there, you're working, I know. The situation might not be all that good, but persevere, get the money, you get respect. You will get your own land, you buy your own, you build your own house. You'll be in a good house. You will enjoy life after there. I love you so much. Bye-bye. Thank you.